Should be an exciting match, as the panelists mentioned. TNC has had a bit of an up and down. The new roster lanes free for the Raid King. This is a bit of a shakeup for Febby. Most recently, his most comfy pause 5s have all been really sacrificial and healing.
Play hard. Yeah, he's going to go down here, John. Whitemon able to pick up the kill. Zhao Yu unable to do anything to help in it.
When you look at TNC's lineup, all their playmaking comes in from the off and mid, and even top, again, that aggression coming out from Cuckoo, just punishing Febby so hard.
You love to see it. I mean, Cookie into Spear, just a very easy combination to land for T1 as bot lane. They do end up losing Whitemon, but top lane, Zephyr, is he going to get away from this? The Skeletons are still going to chase him down, and they are actually going to be able to hit him, so he's on the run now. Those Skeletons are taunting Zephyr right now as he tries to get out of range. He's so close to dying, but he's going to be fine. They lose vision, they give up.
Going to hit level 6 soon. You've got the Tundra duo at play, but I don't know if they have enough to follow through here.
Oh, Whitemon could be in trouble. Link is going to be there. Kinetic field, way off the mark from Febby. He did not get the glimpse off either, so now the Cookie back in. Carl, he lands it onto Yoe and takes him down. Just so darn easy right now, as T1 will go for a bit more. Onto Play Hard, they'll find a double. And Carl's even got a DD rune waiting for him, John.
Again, Savage has had such a free lane that you're so far behind that Raid King that it's going to be hard to actually get farm lead.
Well, they've at least got Whitemon. He'll get the Nightmare off, but a nice pick up there for Zhao Yu. They were considering trying to go after Savage, as he did not really have too much mana, thanks to the mana burn off Play Hard, but in the end they go for the support instead as top lane. You have the arena dropped very defensively there, I believe.
Push down bot not happening here from TNC. And there's always the threat for counterplay now from T1 with a Chrono available. So TNC, they're grouped up as 4. They're dedicating their heroes here. They've got level 6 in Febby. They need to find this fight.
Time walk away though, Whitemon, he's going to be there with the Nightmare if necessary, and now the TPs are in from T1. They're ready to force the fight. They've got Chrono up. Savage, he hasn't found it. No, he has. He's got 3 targets in the first Chrono of the game. They'll drop the back wall, but it means absolutely nothing. They just chase them down. Fiends grip out. They've got the Raid King. They've got everything they could ask for. That Savage, he doesn't even go back for Young God. Eventually does. The Raid King is actually running away, but eventually they will pick him up, at least for the first life. And there's your second now with the spear out from Cuckoo. They'll get another kill onto Young God. And TNC will find nothing for their trouble. Another rotation though, down bot here, TNC, they've smoked up as 3. They really want to try for this tier 1 bot tower. They do find Savage, but they're not within range to get an impale off, so he's fine. Debbie not able to reach for the glimpse back either, but they've got Zephyr. It's something. Right now, you'll take whatever you can get. If you are TNC, Yoe will happily take that kill on the Razor. I mean, Reincarnation's not up. You won't have the backup. Not quite yet. Still in the mid lane. There is some action about to break out as Savage is there. They'll make the jump in onto Zhao Yu. And that'll be a Darkseid kill, I think, as Yoe and Play Hard try to help out. But, well, Play Hard, he's having a rough game, John. There's been a lot of impels not landing this game 1. And unfortunately for TNC, they continue to get punished for it. Like, look at this, T1. They've smoked up, they found Young God, and Whitemon just bounces his way over the tree line with the Tumbler's Toy. As Febby, he's going to try and turn now, but you've got the Mortimer's Kisses up. They cannot sustain themselves through this amount of damage as Cuckoo comes in, cleans up again. They'll even just leave Play Hard. Just leave him be. No need for the next assassin right now as Cuckoo. He'll be chased down Yoe. Want to try and find a trade, but Whitemon is going to put him to sleep. They'll at least get a vacuum wall off onto the POS 5 Bane, but that's about all they've got so far. In fact, Whitemon, he's not dead yet, but does finally go down as Zephyr. He jumps back in. Not sure about that one, but Savage, he's there with the 2-man Chrono now. Turn right back around onto Yoe with a big Sonic Wave onto Play Hard and the Razor. It's just clean gameplay, John. It's just too clean. Big smoke up now, T1. They'll smoke us 5. I suppose they've read that movement correctly, John. I mean, you just kind of brought it up, but they are definitely afraid of a big jump coming in here from T1. Mid lane, a bit of a group up here from TNC now. They've smoked up as 3, but it's going to be a 4v5 unless they bring Young God over. But he doesn't really want to join right now as the Raid King. TNC hoping that they just find a bit of a straggler for themselves. They try to approach that Radiant jungle high ground, but Zephyr is around to break the smoke. Play Hard, he'll be the first one up though with the Vendetta. He hasn't been spotted yet. Baby though has And we'll just walk right away as Zephyr. He'll break the gap, go in, but the cookie's off the mark. Scatterblast won't land either. Meanwhile, Cuckoo, who are we going for? Young God, he'll jump in. Nightmare's there to save Zephyr. He'll walk right out of there, and now Carl's joined in. They've got Bebby straight off the bat in the feed trip. They've already found the Wraith King Smurf line for Carl. He's dropping low. He'll get his BKB up in time, but then he's out of there. Big Sonic Wave though from the Quap, and now Young God's in trouble. He tried to chase down Carl, but it does not work out.
It's their wombo combo, but they just can't execute. I mean, T1's just really playing on the aggressive way too hard here.
Oh, absolutely, John. I mean, you've got Chrono up, you've got Arena up, you just want to fight. You know how strong you are right now as T1, and there's no reason to back off. TNC, however, I mean, they've got to find a way to defend this mid-tier 1 tower, but I just don't see how you do it as Cuckoo. He's jumped in. They found Yoe straight off the bat, so that's your Razor gone, and now Play Hard. He's going to try to run, but there's no really running here. Carl, he's on it. Cuckoo will take the kill. And now that mid-tier 1 tower, it's as good as gone. He should be just fine with it though. You still got that tier 1 mid, no problem.
Young God?
Oh, Young God, no. Bean's grip is up in 3, John. Whitemon, he's timed this perfectly, but they don't even need it. They don't even need it. As Young God, he's going to have absolutely no way out of this. He'll try to armor toggle the best he can. Can he actually make it out? Not quite. Kips out for Bebby for some reason from Carl. Not sure what Bebby's done wrong here, but Young God is going to drop.
And that's so big. We talked about the Wraith King matchup versus the Void Mike. Like, the key thing is that you force Chrono to be held back because of that second life. So far, it's not a factor at all. They will find Cuckoo at least. Can they find a kill?
Will they though, John? I mean, you've still got Chrono up. You've got Kisses up. I mean, everything's available right now for T1 as the cookie is there on Yoe. They got the Razor. They've got the Chrono again. Savage. No hesitation. Just right into it. And why would you hesitate? They quite frankly, John, T1, they don't even need these ultis right now.
And Savage are all going for very fast BKBs. We talked about this a bit behind the scenes, Mike. We talked about Disruptor. Once BKBs are up, that's Static Storm. Your key control is just gone. Like, you're not going to find Ags in the Pause 5 that quick, especially in a game where you're so far behind. So
they're
T1's just ready for it.
They're trying to get anything they can get right now. They'll try to just accept the Whitemon kill, but it's not that easy. Whitemon, he's still alive, just barely, but it seems as though T1 a bit of a scan out. Won't find anyone with that either. But Cuckoo, he'll run into Play Hard. They don't have the detection yet. In fact, Play Hard, he's going to try and go in, but Cuckoo, he got the BKB off in time. And we'll just taunt him as he dances around the Nyx Assassin, and they'll easily be able to pick their skill up. No problem here for Carl. Right into the mid-tier 2 tower they go. In fact, Carl, he wants to try and force another fight. He's onto Young God. Sonic Wave trying to push him back, but it's not going to work out. It pushes him up to the high ground instead. Carl, though, he's not done yet. He's into the tier 3 tower. He ends up killing off the Disruptor. Bebby gets tipped again, and he TPs up right in front of their eyes. They've got everything, apart from that Sonic Wave in the arena, but who cares? You've got the Chrono, you've got the Kisses. That's all you really need. TNC, they are on the low ground right now. This could be a bit of a disastrous position for them, and Savage is going to jump in. Another great Chrono. He found 2 primary targets and the Kisses. They are going to go right in for free. Already found the first life, and now Yoe. He's been caught out by Whitemon. He'll try to run with his BKB up at Savage, and Carl will just chase him down to the ends of the earth. Eventually, he will drop as they continue now. The arena is back up. Zephyr, he does finally end up going down. Young God, in the meantime, is somehow still alive. In fact, they found the Aegis on Savage, but it won't matter. He'll respawn up, no problem, as Young God does finally drop him the second time. And Play Hard, well, he just bought back.
The freebie. Everyone has the shard already. Zephyr already had one, so Whitemon gets it. He's going to have the bonus on the Brain Staff now. AoE, even more damage coming through for T1 to play with when everyone's clumped up from TNC. And the lead's just massive now, Mike. 32-6, 17k, 18k lead. TNC still holding on as long as possible. Their high ground defense is strong. Again, if you get a good vac wall, the Static Storm on top, you can play. But I think that's going to be their best angle here. Just play high ground.
Febby. Oh, Febby. Oh, he ends up going down there to Carl. He tried to go for the Glimpse Pack, but the Lincoln Sphere was already up. He just gets blown up immediately by Carlos. Now a big smoke is there. T1, who have they found? Yoe, he gets caught out right in the BKB. They cannot stop Savage in this Chrono. He'll go after Play Hard, but now the Fiend Grip is up in the arena. Will also be dropped here by T1. Yoe just gets blown apart as they even found Xiao Yu. Young God, he's the only man left, but it's not looking great for him. He'll try to get underneath those T4 towers, but they're not safe either. Savage, he's happy to fight. Carl? Carl's blinked in. Sonic Storm's been dropped, but he's got the BKB up. He's just manning up here. He'll blink right back away, but now Savage is back in, but he rewinds again. Yoe, well, he knows he can't fight. He won. They will not be able to go after another lane of barracks yet. There are 2 outer towers left. But getting that mid-racks is a pretty tough, great start if you ask me. As Cuckoo tries for a cheeky spear onto the Ancient, but won't quite get it. Savage, he'll threaten, but again, no chrono up. That'll be enough for T1, they'll back. Back now, play hard, he's the only man down that bot lane anyway. Everyone's left. Does he want to cancel TP? Yeah, he will. He'll get the cancellation off. Carl, he'll try to turn now, but should not have enough. And he won't, but top lane, johnxfire has rotated onto Young God with the scatter blast. It's off the mark. Savage, he'll still move in. They've got the chrono up if they need it. But they probably won't, considering how much damage Savage is doing right now. In fact, now the spear round does catch the Disruptor Febby. He's just going to die to the Mortimer's Kisses. And now they've got the Raid King trapped up in the Fiend Script, through the BKB out. Young God is gone. Yoe, he shows up, but Savage, he gets another great chrono. Onto 2 heroes, into the arena of Cuckoo. It's just clinical. It is an absolute clinic here as Xiao Yu gets a big vacuum off, but the GG's been called. They have seen enough. And T1, they clean up game number 1 against TNC Predator. John, welcome back. So game number 2 between TNC Predator and T1. I believe, of course, they probably will look for the IO, but bot lane, Young God, just barely surviving on the Lifestealer. As Cuckoo does begin to get very aggressive with the Whirling Death. It's one of those things, you leave Young God alone, he is not going to be able to sustain himself in this lane. Especially while Cuckoo's at level 4 now. In the meantime, though, top lane, they've made the jump in onto the IO now, so Febby is going to be in trouble and does immediately go down. Xiao Yu, he is at least going to try and trade here with Zephyr, but it's not looking great for him. He'll have to go for a run. So you see Yoe just continuing to persistently hit that tier 1 mid, but top lane, Xiao Yu, he's going to be in a bit of danger as the Swashbuckle is away, but Savage is on the chase, and now the Brambles will lock him down. Xiao Yu, again, between a rock and a hard place, is not going to be able to get himself out. In the meantime, though, mid lane again, they'll make the jump in onto Carl, but he's going to survive. In fact, now Cuckoo, he does rotate in a nice arena. Carl's right on target, and Cuckoo, he'll just shred through the DK. No issues here at all. They trust Cuckoo to get the job done. You look back at that mid lane, Yoe, he started again. That mid tier 1, getting very unhealthy now. Cuckoo, he'll be forced to rotate as Yoe tries to move back in. They do get the stun off. Rolling Thunder's going to be there. They'll commit onto Carl. They've got the Rolling Thunder. They've got the stuns off, but can they get the kill? Carl, he is still alive. He finally gets the arena down just in the nick of time. And Febby now, he's trapped up with Yoe. Yoe, he might just run away and leave the IO to die, but he is so darn low at the moment as Febby's gone, and now the Chakram just barely landing from Cuckoo. They'll move on to Xiao Yu. Tips out to the grave from Carl. And nothing works out here. For TNC, they are just trying to get themselves out. But Savage is joined on that Morphling. They'll go after the Pango, they'll secure the kill. Young God, he is trying to at least get a support for their trouble, but he's not even going to find that as play hard. He'll be another one to drop. Young God, I mean, all he can do is hit them a few times.
To take the tier 1, the fight just doesn't line up. They have the durability with the IO DK, but they don't have the team fight control. Buy some space out for Young God, try to get the life steal to at least hit the armlet timing. They are trying, but they're forcing out a lot of spells down bot here.
Yeah, bot lane, Zephyr, he's already got the rage out, and now the arena is there. Carl, he's found another great target into the Bedlam, and there's just not enough heals in the world to allow Febby to keep his cause alive. As Carl, he's feeling like he's in a great mood today, John. He's just tipping absolutely everyone.
That mid lane's just going to naturally shove in now, Mike, and they're always going to have to respond if they don't want their own tower falling. This just keeps the movement of TNC in check. They're going to have to commit heroes here. Xiao Yu's already stuck in this lane, and Xiao Yu's the big part of making some plays happen. They're going to try to go for it.
Oh no, he jumped right into the Brambles. Oh, that's unfortunate. Xiao Yu is going to drop. Carl's got a DD rune, so it's no problem. They go into that T1 mid tower, and they've got it. No problems here for T1. Kind of surprised that he's actually managed to get to 5.5k net worth, considering how much pressure Cuckoo has been applying. But I suppose when you compare that to 23 Savage, who's at 7.3k net worth, I suppose it doesn't really compare. As mid lane, they found Xiao Yu. Xiao Yu, he's got Swash up in 2. He might make it out of this, but the Curse Crown's going to be there. He'll commit the Swash. He'll try to Rolling Thunder away, but the Spear is there from Carl. They will allow nothing for Xiao Yu. The top lane, Yoe and Play Hard, they're going to try and make the jump in onto Savage. That'll be a massive pickoff. They've even got the relocates. They've got a great pickoff for themselves, but now Cuckoo, he'll just come in with the chakra mount, just chasing down Yoe, but he needs some help, and the help is incoming. Play Hard, he'll be focused down now on the Grimstroke, but the relocate away is there, but however, they left the DK. Yoe is in trouble. He's been completely left alone. They saved the Grimstroke, John, but I'm not sure it's worth the trade.
They saved more than the Grimstroke. There was an infest coming through from Young God, so it's a double retreat, and that does make it worthwhile. But look at Carl, maybe a bit deep here.
Maybe. He's a pretty tanky boy at the moment, but he's been slowed up so darn hard. But the problem is Cuckoo's rotated again. They'll drop the arena. They might find Febby, but Cuckoo now, he's taking a lot of damage. Young God, he needs the gold desperately, and he'll get it. You just see his net worth shoot up, John.
Far behind. So we're seeing some keys for TNC. The blink up on Yoa does allow them to initiate as well.
Oh, nice towards top lane. He's going to give the vision out onto the support, so Whitemon might just drop, or maybe not. No, he does. They barely get enough damage off, so the Terrorize was off the mark. And now Yoe and Xiao Yu can get to work onto that top tier 1 tower. Bot lane in the meantime, Savage, well, he's going to get jumped here by Young God. He's going to take a lot of damage, but Xiao Yu's coming in from the side with the Rolling Thunder. Wait for him away, Savage. How do you get out of this one? He'll rage with the lifesteal, but the damage with the right tricks is going to be enough. Morphling has gone too far. Just way too confident there from Savage. Young God does eventually get the kill going. Top lane, however, Yoe, he is going to end up going down in the DK. But now the relocate. Young God is there once again with the IO. They'll make the jump in onto Carl. Carl, how do you survive this one? He'll try to go for the arena spear, but nothing connects. As he tries to run out now, but you've got the infest. Not quite enough damage though.
Bigger fights out. Try to get control. Try to play with a pick-offs game. I think for TNC, they could use more vision, although.
Yeah, they've got another kill here, Whitemon. It's not the biggest kill in the world, but you take what you can get. You just kind of claw your way back as TNC, and again, they're just doing a fantastic job. Just being so aggressive with these relocates here from Febby and Xiao Yu. Cuckoo, he was spotted out top lane as well here with Young God, but Young God, he won't have the help to try and go after the Timber again, especially after what happened last time. We'll just leave him be. Only a 3k net worth deficit here for TNC. Not too bad of a game thus far, as they want to keep it up. They'll smoke up with Xiao Yu and Play Hard towards the north in that dire jungle. But it seems as though T1, they may have read the movement. They've rotated up 4 heroes here to get ready for this contest. Whitemon, he just respawned, but he is in position to break the smoke again. Savage, he thought about turning around to try and go for the fight. They'll let Whitemon die. TNC, if they find an objective out of this, they've got a PD rune available outside the Roshan pit. You know what that means, John?
Oh, God.
Xiao Yu looking to move up to that high ground. Savage, he's around. Whitemon, he'll break the smoke. Infest immediately out onto the Pango. Cuckoo just kind of baiting with the change in as now they jump in. Xiao Yu forces the BKB out from Carl and Yoe. He's been caught out immediately. They don't want him to die like this, but he's gone. They're so darn quick that they'll try and turn onto Savage with the Mayan control out from that Rolling Thunder from Xiao Yu, but nobody's dying. Absolutely nobody going down here from T1 as now they get the spear out. Savage, he'll keep chasing down Febby and Young God. So they'll go towards the south. They want the bigger targets, but towards the north, they've got Xiao Yu. That'll be your Pango gone. In fact, Young God, he'll try for the Rage TP out. He's going to make it.
They could try to be sneaky, but I think without your DK in the area, you can't really go for the steal, and it's going to be the first rush going the way of T1.
Force out the roll-up. It's going to be about it, but they'll chase down the others. Yoe, he's trying to run away. He's going to be just fine. Or is he? Because Zephyr now, he's going to find Febby on the IO. Terrorize is going to be completely whipped as Febby. He'll try for the TP up at Cuckoo. He's got the Yule Scepter, so that means Febby will be left behind on the IO. Another nice solid kill here for T1 as even top lane Carl is looking at Young God. You just need a spear to land before that rage does come out, and Young God, he has no idea as the spear, it does come in. Savage, he'll join in as well. Young God, he'll rage up, he'll need a TP ASAP. The right click damage is looking pretty damn high in Savage. He'll be able to get it off in time. Young God just barely unable to get out with his life intact. They saw Yoe. They also see Play Hard. Cuckoo happily just changed right into that tier 2 tower. Yoe, they're going to try and fight. Mars is there with the arena. They'll get one kill, but they want that Dragon Knight. Yoe, no TP available for 30. He's got a blink dagger. He'll try and find a way out, and that's a nice juke.
At this point, their bot jungle's warded up. Their triangle's just taken control by T1, and now their mid-tier 2 is going to be fresh. They need to fight against this.
Oh, they're going to try and force a fight right now onto that Willow, and they've got him. Zephyr immediately down as now Savage will rage up initially with that lifestealer form, goes back in onto Young God. The rage is there, Young God, but now he's fine. In the meantime, towards the south, Cuckoo dropping very low on that timber, still dropping low, needs a way out, but will change towards the north. There's now Young God. He needs his own way out. He'll barely get the infest off onto Yoa as Savage is still playing with his HP. But Carl, he's been left behind on that mask, but it won't matter. He's a tanky target himself. He'll get down Xiao Yu as Young God continues the chase, but can't get the job done. Back in on the Cuckoo. They are still trying to kill this Timbersaw off, but he has the Yule Scepter available. Jukes out the stun, but eventually does end up going down. Now T1, not feeling too confident to stick around, will have to leave Whitemon behind. And I'd say that's a pretty successful team fight from TNC. T1, they may not be able to oh, Young God. Don't go for that creep wave, sir. This could be very, very dangerous, but the smoke has broken now on Cuckoo. Oh. Look around, Febby is going to get caught out, or does he? Spear, not going to land yet, but there it is. The IO, automatically gone as Young God is now chased down here by Savage. Yoe, he's going to try and jump in. In fact, Xiao Yu's there and Febby's fought back. They will go for the team fight. They will at least find 2 supports for their trouble. Do you kill Febby? You force supply back, but they get 2 supports anyway. In fact, they're going for more now. Savage has been caught out. He'll try to rage and walk away, but Cuckoo, he'll jump in. They're going to try and force the fight. Savage immediately gets the dieback onto Febby. Xiao Yu now, very, very low, but should be just fine as Young God. He'll try to go back in. We are aiming. It is going to be Carl on that Mars. But Carl, he'll get the spear off. Still armor toggling, still trying to survive, just barely alive in fact, because now he's still getting out of there. Carl, how do you not die throughout all this? Young God finally takes him down, but it does cost them quite a bit.
Got the vision as well on the high ground, so he could look for the angle on the approach.
Best out onto Yoe, Savage. Oh boy, that's a lot of damage on Playhard. He's immediately gone. Now Febby, don't forget, he bought back earlier, so he will get the relocate out. Boy, oh boy, these supports. Just no chance of survival. Savage now does have the Daedalus up. And I think it's back into the Roshan pit for our Morphling.
Yeah, no contestation coming through.
So no real way to abuse that Axe. They're going to make the jump in onto Young God and force out the rage. Young God being aggressive. Carl can make the jump into the arena. Yeah, bought enough time for that Black Dragon to be up now for Yoe. Cuckoo, well, frontlining is going to get stunned up, and there's your Rolling Thunder to come in and just kind of back him up. Cuckoo, he's dropping very fast right now, and nobody's there to help him out.
That was an awkward play. They smoke out, they drop the ward under its sentry obs. So T1 immediately knows there's a smoke play, and they hold the high ground here in the bot jungle.
Be very, very bad times here for TNC as Playhard gonna have his smoke broken. Xiao Yu thinking about the Rolling Thunder, but he's been silenced up. Goes to make the jump in onto Savage. He is not strength morphing at the moment, but it won't matter. He is still alive as Xiao Yu's the one to drop. The Cursed Crown now is going to be out onto Young God, who has no rage available, so Savage, he'll get right to work. That'll be Young God gone. That'll be Febby gone. Savage, he just plays on the edge with his HP. Available here for TNC. At least you don't have Young God. And that's the main one you need right now. T1, well, they're going to force out the Xiao Yu buyback, and that'll be enough to go towards that top lane instead. Get the secondary lane of barracks. It'll be an easy racks to be taken down, as of course TNC, they will not try and force a defense, but now the T4s are going to come out. Savage, he wants a Young God buyback, but there isn't one available. So he's going to know to just go right after that Ancient. There's not really much to be afraid of here for the Morphling as they make the jump in. Yoe, he's going to be alright for now, but Xiao Yu, he'll Rolling Thunder away. Savage, he's just trying to focus down the Ancient. They've at least got the Ancient, the Aegis gone. They're onto that Dragon Knight now. It's just such a long stun duration. He cannot move, and Yoe, he's gone. He'll buy back. He'll try. With Young God up now, they might be able to fight back. Factorina is down. They've got Xiao Yu again on the Pango. Infest to try and save, relocate out. They've managed to save Xiao Yu's life, but can they save Yoe? Not quite. It's a dieback immediately. The DG's been called. They are fountain diving them in this game number 2. T1. It was a much closer matchup, John, but I'd still say a very confident victory here for T1 as TNC. It does seem like they are improving game by game, but a pretty tough matchup against T1.